Hey YouTubers, welcome to my channel. If you just landed here, do me a favor, smash the like button and smash the subscribe button. I wanted to go with some more clarification on these anabolic steroids because a couple guys asked me something about anabolic steroids and kind of like, what were you trying to say? I want to go into too much detail about that, but this is what I want to say about the anabolic steroids, what a lot of these guys are not mentioning to you about them. So for you guys that want to try them, if you're in your 20s, just do it and get off of it. Don't stay on the things for the rest of your life. That's just my own personal opinion. The reason why I say that is because when you take 200 milligrams of testosterone, you increase the fluid. So you gain water, you gain fluid, and normally when that happens, you may, depending on your physiology of person, that things are going on and how long you've been doing it, you may get high blood pressure. With me, it popped up every time within like 2 weeks. The blood pressure went up. So with that, then what happens is you got to take extra stuff to bring your blood pressure down, because when the blood pressure is high for an extended period of time, it ruins your organs. So if you just take your kidneys, for example, and they're a filtering out the blood and producing the urine, you have more pressure in there. So when you have more pressure over a long period of time, you start ruining the kidney. That's usually what happens with people that have high blood pressure for a long period of time. It gets to the kidneys first, normally. I'm not doctors. We talk to a doctor about that. So my point is that you want to be careful with the anabolic steroids. What a lot of these guys are not telling you that are using them is they're taking other drugs to mitigate other issues that are going on with the steroids. They're saying, oh, you need to do is take 200 milligrams or 300 milligrams of testosterone a week and you'll feel great, you'll be youthful. What they're not telling you is all the other issues that are popping up, especially for the older guys where they're starting to get high blood pressure. They got to take the pills to lower it. Any other things that might be, maybe even cholesterol's going up and they're gonna take pills to lower that. Who knows, man, what's really going on. Like another gentleman I was watching, the guy who does the X bar, you know, he admitted to, this is just an example, I watched his show that Rich Cooper had on his show, and the guy makes a lot of sense, but also too, the guy is kind of BSing a little bit. This Joash or whatever his name is, I can't remember how to pronounce his name. And he does the X bar. So he was asked at the age of 28, he started taking testosterone. And he said 300 milligrams a week, all the way up to 44. And he's 44 now. He's still taking 300 milligrams a week. But he said in the last 4 years, he's gained all this muscle because of the quote unquote X bar. I gotta question that. I gotta really, really question that. You're taking 300 milligrams of testosterone a week and you couldn't gain any muscle? Come on, man. I mean, look at the guy. The guy's buff, and he's contributing all that to the X bar. So I gotta question some of the stuff. Anyhow, I digress on that. My point is with the steroids is that you get a lot of complications once you start using them for a long period of time. Even 200 milligrams of testosterone, you start having the complications if you're not getting off of it. So that's why the guys that really, really insist on using it, use it when you're younger to gain some muscle and then get off this stuff. And try to go into a more natural diet to maintain your testosterone levels. So if you tried everything through a natural diet or through diet and your testosterone levels are still low, then you might need to use a protocol to come in to raise up your testosterone levels. But if you're monitoring your diet and watching your diet real close and you're eating good natural foods, including eggs and meats and raw milk cheese, your testosterone levels should be up there near 1,000 nanograms per deciliter or whatever it is for that. It should be up there. You should have no issues with it, especially if you eat a lot of raw, like I eat like raw eggs and it seems to help just fine for me. So go ahead and test it out yourself. Just a suggestion, you know, the first thing that people I tell about eating raw eggs is they seem to just can't get over the taste. It's like slime in their mouth. I don't see what the big deal is. People eat raw eggs. They put raw eggs in drinks. They put raw eggs in types of salads. They put raw eggs here, raw eggs all over the place, man. It's the more in use than people realize. I don't think it's a big deal. You know, they're like, salmonella. Come on, folks. I've had 2,000, maybe even 10,000 raw eggs. Never got salmonella. It's not a big deal. It's like not cleaning the eggs. If you go to the farmer and they hand you the eggs and they're dirty, you got to wash them off. All right, so the other thing is too that I want to bring up with the anabolic steroids is that with the women. So are you going to attract more women by being buff? You can attract different women, in my opinion. So I've been buff. I was 6 foot, 250 pounds and ripped. You attract different types of women when you're like that. Most of the women that I found in my, just through my experience, most of the, I want to call it higher class women, if you will, are really interested, it seems to be, I could be wrong, women comment below if I'm wrong, they're more into the model look, where they look, you know, like model, like the guys that are modeling the underwear, the modeling the jeans, the Brad Pitt, the George Clooney, even those guys are a little bit older, but those type of guys is what most of the higher class, or whatever you want to call it, type of women are looking for in a man. The muscles will actually get you attention, but they're going to give you different types of attention. The other thing is too that I didn't like about anabolic steroids, mentioning attraction with women, is that you increase fluid with steroids. So as I mentioned before, like I said, you increase the fluids and you actually get bigger. You'll gain weight just by having more fluid. It's not like a water weight. It's very different than, if you've never done it before, it's hard to explain, but it's like almost like your blood volume increases with testosterone or any type of anabolic steroid. But the other thing I want to mention about that too is that you'll get like a, what they call a moon face or a puffy face. And that becomes really, really unattractive. That's one of the things I really couldn't stand. Even taking 200 or 300 milligrams of testosterone, it sucked, man. Sometimes you get a puffy face, and some days it'd be okay, some days it wouldn't be okay. But these guys, I can see the guys. So for example, I'll give you a good example of somebody you can see. Go look at Rich Cooper about 3 years ago on Rich Cooper's videos and look at his face. His face was really chiseled, and go look at it now. Go look at his recent videos, and that's from the testosterone. It's making that face get puffy. You can see it in the cheeks and stuff like that. And I remember when I was taking it, I experienced that back in my 20s, had the same issue. So I'm just letting you guys know that there are issues to go with it. You know, can you use this testosterone to your advantage to get more women and, you know, increase your stamina, increase everything, muscle and all that? Sure, yeah, you can. I'm not denying that. I'm just saying, what are the long-term consequences? Can you get beyond that? If you're younger, use them and get off of them. That's just my thing. I'm not recommending you stay on them for the rest of your life unless you absolutely have to. Lower your testosterone levels are really low and there's nothing to do for you. So you go to the doc and say, hey doc, I need to raise them up, and then go on it. But you should be able to raise your testosterone going on a natural diet, in my opinion. Just do it. Just try it. What do you have to lose? All right, folks, that's the end of my video. That's the end of my rant for the day. If you made it all the way to the end, do me a favor. Smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.